gems.
Amen.
I was so honored when they named this event, Gems from the Jewelry Box. It's obviously a metaphor. When God gave me the metaphor, it actually had started off that the gems were the scriptures to me, and that the jewelry box was the Holy Bible, of course. But then, little by little, God started to do something. How many of you know God will do a little something? Sometimes. He started to reveal to me that I was his gem, and that he wanted me to go around and encourage other people and tell them who they were and remind them that they were his gem. So I started to do some research on diamonds. Where's the diamond table? There's got to be one. Oh, the big one. You guys are having fun over dinner. We heard you. All right. But if you look into the process of diamond formation, it actually starts off. You become a diamond by being in the midst of a lot of rock, a lot of hard places, way down deep in the Earth's crust. And there's all these carbon molecules that come together, and if they have applied to them the right amount of pressure, the right amount of heat, then, and only then, do they become diamonds. That would preach, wouldn't it? Do I have to say anything else? Right? How many of you have been in the refiner's fire? How many of you had some heat applied to your life? Right, Jesus is our refiner, our launder soap. And the pressure that we're under sometimes in life can feel so heavy. But you can take solace that we're no different than the men in the Bible. I love what Paul says in his letter in 2 Corinthians 1, starting at verse 8. We do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about the hardships we suffered in the province of Asia. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired even in life. Has anybody ever been there? Mm-hmm. Despairing in life. It's a hard place to be, but listen to this. Indeed, in our hearts we felt the sentence of death, but this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God, who raises the dead. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us. On him we have set our hope that he will continue to deliver us. So I'm here to encourage you that no matter how much heat you're in, how much pressure you're under, set your hope on him and he will deliver you. See, we need all that pressure in our lives sometimes so that he can get way down deep, just like those diamonds that are buried so far below. That pressure exposes things in our lives. But what happens if there's no pressure and the right amount of heat is not applied? What happens to all those carbon molecules? They become coal. Kind of like how we are when we're born, right? Fallen man. We have sooty, grimy hearts. We have our sinful nature to contend with, right? Until God, right? Yes. So, he can turn your life from being coal into a diamond. And I'm here to testify to that today. Diamonds also go through a process of having facets cut into them. He's the master jeweler. But sometimes people step into our lives, even people that we love, and sometimes they take it upon themselves to cut the facets themselves, don't they? They let the hammer and the chisel fall, and they speak a word. They tell you you're not good enough sometimes. They tell you you're not pretty enough sometimes. You're not good enough. You're not going to make it. And they speak a false word. And there is power of life and death in the tongue. So I'm here to come against any false word that's ever been spoken over anybody in this room. And I'm here to tell you, you give that facet and that hurtful word that was spoken over you, you give that to God, and he will make that facet a thing of beauty. Amen. Do you know why they cut facets? And the gems and the diamonds? They do that to let the light shine through. I saw your song right out there. Light of the world. Isn't Jesus our light of the world? See, God will use your situations and your circumstances to shine through for the display of his splendor. He can make it all right. Another facet sometimes that other people cut in us. Sometimes people leave us, abandon us, they hurt our feelings. Sometimes it's just through the cycle, the life cycle, the circle of life. No matter what, God promises that He will not forsake us, and that He will never leave us. So yeah, I'm here to speak. Anybody who has ever dealt with abandonment, I'm here to tell you that He will not leave you. And again, He will turn that situation into light, to let His light shine through. So, your life can go from being cold to a diamond, but it's going to take some heat, some pressure, and some polishing.